Imagine a world where every subtle glance, smile, or gesture carries hidden meaning. A world where the tiniest actions reveal powerful truths about desire and attraction. Psychology has studied human behavior for decades, uncovering patterns that indicate who is truly interested in us. And today, we're going to dive deep into what science says about female behavior when she finds a man attractive. This isn't guesswork or cliches. It's backed by research, experiments, and the nuanced study of human psychology. The first thing to understand is that attraction is both conscious and subconscious. Women, like men, often don't consciously announce their interest. Instead, their bodies, their micro-expressions, and their habits reveal their feelings more honestly than words ever could. Researchers in social psychology have found that many of the signals women give when they're attracted to someone are almost automatic, small involuntary gestures that signal interest. One of the most studied behaviors is eye contact. Science consistently shows that prolonged eye contact can indicate interest. In a 2008 study published in Psychological Science, researchers observed that people who maintained longer eye contact with someone were more likely to be interested in forming a connection. If a woman looks at you frequently, her gaze lingers longer than normal, or she glances away and then back at you, these are strong indicators that she is evaluating you positively and her subconscious finds you attractive. But it isn't just the eyes, it's the pupil dilation. When someone finds another person attractive, their pupils automatically dilate. This isn't under conscious control. A study in Current Psychology found that men often notice this subtle sign, but women too exhibit it when they are physically or emotionally drawn to someone. The next time you notice a woman's pupils slightly enlarging in your presence, science says it's not just coincidence. It's her subconscious mind signaling attraction, moving beyond the eyes. Body language speaks volumes. Leaning in, mirroring your gestures, or subtly playing with hair can all be subconscious ways of showing attraction. Mirroring is particularly fascinating. People who are attracted to each other often unconsciously mimic each other's posture, movements, and even speech patterns. Psychologists call this the chameleon effect. In one classic experiment, participants who were subtly mirrored by a stranger rated them as more likable. The same principle applies to attraction. If a woman subtly mimics your gestures, it's her subconscious signaling alignment and interest. Another subtle yet powerful indicator is touch behavior. Women may lightly touch their face, neck, or hair while speaking to you, or occasionally brush against your arm. Research in social psychology indicates that touch is not random. It conveys comfort, interest, and a willingness to create closeness. These gestures are often fleeting and easy to miss, but they are psychologically significant. For example, a 2013 study in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that women use light, casual touches to signal romantic interest, even without verbal cues. Then there's the matter of smiling and laughter. Laughter is not only social, it's also deeply psychological. Women who laugh at your jokes more than seems normal, or smile frequently when talking to you, are often subconsciously reinforcing their interest. It's more than politeness. It's a sign that your presence stimulates positive emotions. Psychologists explain this using the misattribution of arousal principle. When someone experiences excitement or emotional arousal, they often unconsciously associate it with the person present. A genuine smile, prolonged and engaging, is a strong attraction signal. However, attraction isn't only about physical cues. It's also verbal engagement. Studies show that women who ask personal questions, remember small details about your life, or subtly compliment you, are signaling interest through conversation. These aren't accidental behaviors. They are rooted in psychological mechanisms. When someone is attracted, their brain focuses more intensely on the other person, encoding details that might otherwise go unnoticed. So when a woman remembers your favorite coffee or references something you mentioned in passing, it's not just attention, it's attraction. Interestingly, psychology also highlights the role of social context. Women may behave differently in public versus private settings. In public, signals can be more subtle due to social norms or peer observation, but in private, behaviors become more genuine and revealing. For example, a woman might flirt more openly when alone with you, or her body language might become more relaxed and inviting. Understanding context is crucial because attraction isn't just about isolated gestures. It's about the consistent patterns of behavior that emerge when someone is genuinely interested. As we analyze these behaviors, one thing becomes clear. Women rarely display all these signs consciously. Many of these signals are automatic, rooted in evolutionary psychology and subconscious processing. Evolutionary theories suggest that subtle cues, like eye contact, mirroring, touch, and vocal warmth, evolved as signals of reproductive interest and social bonding. In other words, attraction is biologically programmed into human behavior, and our brains are constantly reading these cues, often without us even realizing it. Before we move to next, it's important to highlight a psychological principle called the consistency of interest. One-off gestures might be misleading, but consistent patterns over time reveal genuine attraction. If a woman repeatedly engages in eye contact, mirrors your movements, laughs at your jokes, and finds reasons to touch or be near you, psychology tells us these are reliable indicators that she finds you attractive. If you've been paying attention, you already know that attraction is a complex mix of subconscious cues, body language, and behavioral patterns. But the truth is, some of the most revealing signs are hidden in the details, gestures, timing, and even her energy around you. Psychology calls these micro-behaviors, and they are some of the most reliable indicators that a woman finds you attractive. One of the most subtle, yet powerful signs is preening. Preening is when a woman subtly adjusts her appearance, tucking her hair behind her ear, straightening her clothes, or smoothing her sleeves, often while interacting with someone she likes. A 2014 study in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that preening behaviors significantly increase in the presence of someone perceived as attractive. This isn't vanity. It's a subconscious signal that she wants to appear her best in front of you. Next, let's talk about vocal changes. Attraction doesn't just happen visually, it's auditory too. Women often unconsciously alter the pitch, tone, or speed of their voice when speaking to someone they like. Researchers found that a slightly higher pitch, slower tempo, and warmer tone are linked to increased sexual attraction. So pay attention to how she speaks to you compared to others. It's a small but powerful psychological cue. Another fascinating behavior is active listening and engagement. When a woman leans in, nods, or reacts with subtle expressions while you talk, it signals she values what you're saying. This isn't just politeness. It's a sign of attention and interest. In fact, studies in communication psychology indicate that people subconsciously invest more energy in interactions with those they find attractive. So when she remembers your preferences, laughs at your stories, or asks meaningful follow-up questions, it's an unconscious signal of attraction. Psychology also shows us that subtle teasing can be an indicator of interest. Playful jokes, light sarcasm, or gentle ribbing are often used as a social tool to establish intimacy. A woman who teases you may be subconsciously testing your confidence, humor, and reaction, key elements in attraction dynamics. Researchers note that such interactions can strengthen emotional bonds while simultaneously signaling romantic interest. Perhaps one of the most fascinating discoveries is flirtatious mimicry beyond simple mirroring. This includes gestures like leaning in when you lean, matching your pace while walking, or even adopting similar facial expressions. Psychologists call this the synchrony effect, and it's a powerful signal that someone is attuned to your presence. Studies show that synchronized behavior enhances feelings of connection and attraction, creating a subtle but undeniable chemistry between people. Now let's examine subconscious proximity. Women tend to naturally reduce physical distance with someone they're attracted to. If she finds excuses to sit closer, enter your personal space, or follow you in social settings, this is a psychological signal of interest. Importantly, it's not just about physical attraction, it's also about perceived safety and comfort. Evolutionary psychology suggests that reducing distance is a way to foster bonding while assessing compatibility and trust. Another hidden but telling signal is light touch with purpose. While accidental brushes happen, intentional light touches on the arm, shoulder, or back often convey deeper interest. Research in social psychology shows that these touches, even fleeting ones, increase feelings of connection and sexual tension. Women may use touch strategically, signaling both comfort and desire, while observing your reaction to gauge mutual interest. It's also worth noting attention to personal details. A woman who notices your new haircut, remembers your favorite topics, or acknowledges your achievements is not simply being polite. Her brain is paying special attention because she's subconsciously invested in you. Psychologists explain that attraction triggers selective attention, focusing on qualities that signal compatibility and long-term potential. Finally, consider energy and emotional presence. Women who are genuinely attracted often display heightened engagement. They smile more, laugh more freely, and their energy mirrors your own. Psychologists argue that emotional contagion, the subconscious transfer of mood and energy, becomes stronger when mutual attraction is present. In essence, her body and mind unconsciously synchronize with yours, creating a subtle but powerful emotional connection. As we conclude, remember that psychology is not about rigid formulas. It's about patterns. One gesture may not mean much, but consistent patterns of eye contact, body language, vocal tone, touch, and engagement are highly predictive of attraction. Understanding these signals can help you navigate social interactions with clarity, confidence, and insight. Attraction is both art and science. By observing subtle behaviors and patterns, you can discern genuine interest without relying solely on words. So next time a woman laughs at your jokes, subtly mirrors your movements, or lightly preens in your presence, know that psychology is giving you a roadmap, a window into her subconscious attraction. This understanding doesn't just improve your social interactions. It allows you to engage with confidence, respect, and awareness. Science proves that these behaviors aren't random. They're part of the intricate, fascinating psychology of human attraction.